Have a look at this Torras phone case. It has a flexible ring at the back, which is really useful. It acts as a phone stand, and the best part is, it works on both portrait and landscape. This is very useful when I'm watching YouTube while having my lunch every day. I'm sure you know, when we watch YouTube, we put it in landscape to watch it in full screen, and when we are about to finish watching the video, we have to switch it back to portrait in order to browse for the next video to watch. Look at this, I'm not even touching the ring behind the phone, and I can switch between landscape and portrait very easily. And when I'm done with the phone, I simply snap the ring back onto the back of the phone and off I go. Hi everyone, welcome to another Sky Perspective video. In this video, I'll showcase two of the phone cases I bought for my Galaxy S25 Ultra phone. Just like most of the tech I review on my channel, I bought both of these cases myself, so this video is not sponsored. Amongst all the plethora of phone cases we can find on the market, why did I choose these two phone cases? This first case is the original Samsung clear case. The presentation of the package is pretty nice. What I like about this case is that it is super thin. The case is just like a thin shell that wraps around the phone to prevent scratches. There is this plastic chrome lining that wraps around the three cameras. And at the bottom of this case, it's almost fully open with only two corners wrapping around the phone. So it's quite open. And no, I don't expect it to have a lot of drop protection. Speaking of drop protection, I have these two old cases for my old Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra phone. The left one is the Spigen Liquid Crystal Clear case, where there are these shock protection bubbles on all the four corners. Basically, there are two types of cases, one with good drop protection and the other is for aesthetic, like this super thin Samsung Galaxy clear case. So let's compare apples with apples. This is my old S23 Ultra Spigen thin case, similar to the Samsung clear case I bought for my Galaxy S25 Ultra. So both of them are really thin and have no drop protection, because they are basically designed to be super thin to make our phone look naked. Now I realized at the bottom of the Spigen case, it covers the entire bottom of the phone, whereas the Samsung thin case is quite open. And I'm not sure which one is better. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think? Like all thin cases, snapping on the Samsung case is very easy. And just look at how thin this phone case is. The cutout of the cameras and buttons are so perfectly aligned and so satisfying for my OCD. And these are the two microphone holes at the top of the phone. And now let's have a look at the bottom. That fully open design means we can access all the ports, the speakers, microphone, and even the SIM card slot. For the Spigen thin case, the closed bottom design means we have to remove the case before we access the SIM card slot. Accessing the S Pen is very easy. There is no obstruction to it. And speaking of the S Pen, I've made another video all about this Galaxy S25 S Pen, because a lot of us have complained about this S25 version of the S Pen is not as good as the previous version. So yes, looking at it from the front of the phone, it's so thin as if my phone doesn't have a case on. And in case you are wondering, even though this is a super thin case, the front edge of the case is still higher than the screen, which means when we put down the phone flat on the table, the case will still prevent the screen from touching the table. Yes, this case is ever so slightly higher than the screen of the phone. I hope you can see that from the video angle. Like most phone cases, this Samsung clear case is the same. It doesn't sit flat on the table because of the camera bump at the back. Now that brings me to my second Galaxy S25 Ultra phone case, the Torras 360 degrees spin magnetic case. This phone case makes my S25 Ultra sit flat on the table. This is very beneficial because I'm always using the S Pen to write on the Galaxy S25 Ultra phone. Because of the thick camera bump at the back of the Galaxy S25 Ultra phone, the Torras case design is very smart. It uses the thickness of the camera bump to add the magnetic rotating stand to make it flush with the camera bump. And this makes the phone sit flat on the table. The unique design is this metal ring, which we can flip up and rotate 360 degrees. And there is a notch at every 90 degrees. Okay, let's slot the phone into the case and have a closer look. So this is a good all-rounder case with average drop protection, and it looks pretty nice and neat, and passes my OCD test too. The front lips are fairly tall compared to the other Samsung thin case I showed earlier, and have a look at this. At the corners of the edges, they are raised even higher to give that little bit of extra drop protection. I love small touches like this. So yes, I feel fully confident to simply face plant and drop my phone onto the table like this. With the ring, one pull action and the phone can be positioned in landscape position. And if we want to adjust the angle, we can twist the ring 90 degrees and we get a lot more tilting angle. Have a closer look at the mechanics. I'm always fascinated by such marvelous design. The thickness of the hinge is so thin, and yet they can build in the 90 degrees notches and the spring mechanism. So impressive. Of course, this ring is magnetic and is compatible with all MagSafe accessories. This is another brand's wireless charger, the ESR wireless charger, and it snaps on easily. Retrieving the S Pen is pretty easy too, and like I mentioned earlier, this case will stop the phone from rocking when I lay it flat on the table, making writing on my Galaxy S25 Ultra so easy. Now the reason why I bought both of these two cases is because whenever I feel like having a naked phone, I'll go for the thin, clear case. And whenever I need drop protection and functionality like propping up my phone to watch YouTube video, I'll be using the Torras 360 degrees rotating magnetic case. Use my Amazon affiliate link to get these two phone cases in the description down below. If you find this video useful, like the video so next time when I make another Galaxy S25 Ultra video, it will pop up in your YouTube feed. Remember to look out for my Sky Perspective logo. And this is a playlist of all my Galaxy S25 Ultra videos. Thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you in the next video.